Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
1.
This littlest vertebra is assumed the top position of smaller than expected creatures. It lives essentially ashore, and the skeleton is diminished with just 7 presacral vertebrae. They can hop multiple times higher than their body length. Just eat little spineless creatures and call their mates with sharp peeps. Size, 0.30 inches. Where lived, Papua New Guinea. Class, Amphibia.
2.
A minuscule cyprinid fish has been one of the littlest fish on the planet. Paedocypris burn through tiny fish at the edge of acidic marsh water in tropical woodlands. They can make do in dry spell because of their little size. Indeed, even they don't have a total skull. Size, 0.31 crawls to 0.41 inches. Where lived, Borneo, Sumatra, and Bintan. Class, Actinopterygii.
3.
Slim visually impaired snakes are small meager snakes with smooth, glossy scales and are perceived as string or worm snakes. They have teeth on their lower jaw yet not on the upper jaw. Some of them have no skull. They burn through little creepy crawlies and creatures who haven't spine. These snakes are not recorded as jeopardized species. Size, 4 to 10 inches. Weight, 1.4 grams. Where lived, South, Central, and North America, Africa, and Southwest Asia. Class, Reptile.
4.
They are additionally called Bumblebee Bat, the most undermined types of bat. Its body is rosy earthy colored and dim. It lives in the middle of huge states with very nearly 100 bats for each cavern. Its eyes are little, generally covered with hide, enormous ears, flimsy nostrils, pig-like nose. Their wings are enormous in size and dim in shading. Size, 1.1 to 1.3 inches. Weight, 2 grams. Where lived, Western Thailand and Southeast Myanmar. Class, Mammal. Lifespan, 5 to 10 years.
5.
The world's littlest living winged animal is the honeybee hummingbird. It is a brisk, solid flyer like different hummingbirds. They have been visited 10 plant species, including Haemlia patens, Chrysobalanus icaco, Pavonia paludicola, Forsteronia rimbos, Lysoloma latisiliquum, Turnera ulmifolia, Antigonon leptopus, Clerodendrum maculeatum, Turnifortia hirsutissima, and Cissus obovate. In some cases they burn through creepy crawlies and bugs. Honeybee hummingbirds could eat half of their body weight in food. Size, 2.4 inches. Weight, 2.6 grams. Where lived, Cuba. Class, Aves. Lifespan, 7 to 10 years.
6.
The world's littlest turtle is the speckled Padloper tortoise. This species is otherwise called Chersobius signatus. Accepting them as a pet is hard for this imperiled animal. Practically none of the hostage turtles are alive, as they are not adjusted to changes in the climate and diet. Their shading appearance is goldish beige with dark spots. They are herbivores and burn through generally plant consumes less calories. Size, 2-3 inches. Weight, 95-160 grams. Where lived, South Africa, Southern Namibia. Class, Reptile. Lifespan, 20 to 40 years.
7.
The Etruscan shrew is the littlest creature by mass. It is perceived by their high speed and quick digestion, burning through 1.5 to multiple times more food each day than their body weight. Its hide tone is pale earthy colored from the back and sides, and its stomach is light dim. They are looking for their prey at evening especially. Generally they live alone and dynamic unequaled aside from concealing period. For chasing, they rely upon the feeling of touch rather than vision. They are omnivores and burn through generally creepy crawlies, reptiles, rodents, hatchlings, and worms. The incubation time frame around 26 to 28 days. Size, 5.2 centimeters. Weight, 1.32.5 grams. Where lived, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. Class, terrestrial mammal. Lifespan, 2 years.
8.
To ensure themselves, they rely upon other winged animals' caution calls and more social lemurs to drive away hunters. A nighttime and single animal has 2 tongues used to eliminate hares. This mouse isn't on the right track to make them a pet, and unlawful to have them since they are imperiled. They don't swim yet bounce up to 3 meters. Size, 9.8 to 11.0 inches. Weight, 33 grams. Where lived, Kairindi Forest, Western Madagascar. Class, mammal. Lifespan, 15 years.
9.
It is the world's littlest monkey who holds tight tree trunks and branches. Like squirrels, Pygmy Marmoset has orange earthy colored hide and a long tail. A grown-up dwarf marmoset can get a handle on the finger of an adult human. Their fingernails are equivalent to paws that help them move here and there the tree's trunks. These monkeys can become felines, shrew birds, falcons, and snakes focused to eat. They dwell in more distant families named troops. Possessing in a troop is helpful for them to catch hunters and to deal with one another. They went through the night on tree limbs or openings. Their pregnancy period is about 4.5 months, and they bring forth a youngster each 5 to 7 months. They are talking in piercing voices to speak with one another. Size, 4.6 to 6.0 inches, body length, 6.8 to 9.0 inches, tail length. Weight, 100 grams. Where lived, Amazon basin in Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. Class, mammal. Lifespan, 12 years.
10.
The world's littlest leopard is Pygmy Rabbit, who say something somewhere in the range of 0.827 and 1.102 pounds, however female's Pygmy Rabbit length is somewhat bigger than guys. Its little size, short ears, dark tone, minuscule rear legs, and absence of fluffy white hide made them unmistakable from different leoparids. At the point when they are 1 year old, they can raise and have a brief time of rearing. In pre-spring and late winter, the death pace of grown-up Pygmy Rabbit is high. Whenever of the day, they can be dynamic. Yet, for the most part in the nights and sunrise. During the evening, they rest close or inside their tunnels. They are regularly found in profound soil territories with high, thick sagebrushes, which they use for food and sanctuary. They burn through sagebrushes, for grasses, for example, Indian grass and rice grass, and so on. The fundamental hunters are weasels, coyotes, red foxes, badgers, catamounts, extraordinary horned owls, and northern hindrances. It is one of the wild and imperiled breeds that aren't pets. Size, 9.3 and 11.6 inches. Weight, 0.827 and 1.102 pounds. Where lived, North America
Subscribe
and
now
South America.
and press the bell
Class,
icon.
mammal.
Never miss an update.
Lifespan, 3 to 5 years.